This episode of the 2020 Kincardine Fall Fair is brought to you by Kincardine Farmers Market, Walkerton Hanover Vet Clinic, Huron Tel Telecommunications.
Hi, I'm Ryan Robertson, and today we're going to make a locally inspired sheep's milk cannelloni. All right, let's start the production for our sheep's milk vegetable cannelloni. Here we have some beautiful local vegetables that I got at the Saturday farmers market. We've got a purple sweet bell pepper. I've never seen that before. You almost never see them like this. More often, they're like the red pepper, more common, yellow, green. Here's some hot peppers. We got these from Watson Morris from his own garden. All right, we got our, just trim the ends of our celery here. Now we're just gonna really quickly just reduce this all to a very fine dice. Don't worry about whether they're perfect or not. I mean, this isn't culinary school. So we're just gonna give these a quick slice, just speed up a little bit, make some nice dices here. Get our onions all diced up, our purple pepper. It's the easiest way I found to clean a pepper anyway. You just cut the top and the bottom off, just work your way around those little ribs, and then your whole seed is just one big thing. Hot peppers, I'm going to caution you, wash your hands after dealing with them as well, and be really careful removing those seeds so you don't cut your fingers. We're going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into our pan, and of course, we're going to heat that up on the stove before adding to it. Here we have our hot olive oil. Please be careful not to spill that on yourself. We're going to add our finely chopped vegetables to that. You should hear a nice sizzle when that hits. You want that caramelization to happen instantly, to trap those flavors inside. We're going to add it back to the stove so we don't lose our heat. This is our local sheep's milk ricotta. I'm really excited about this. I was really surprised to find it at the farmer's market. And it is just beautiful. Look at that soft, beautiful cheese. We're just going to scoop that all out into our bowl. We're going to give that just a quick break up with a fork, and then we're going to add our sauteed vegetables directly to it. So, start the tomato sauce, onions, and garlic. Obviously, onions and garlic. As well, we got about a tablespoon of oregano, a couple bay leaves, and about a teaspoon of chili flakes. About a teaspoon of white sugar as well. We're going to add our onions and garlic to our hot oil, giving a quick stir around so nothing sticks. We're going to add our spices in there, stir them around. You want to cook your spices first, let those oils come through. There we are, we've added our sugar in, it's starting to melt. It's kind of forming a precursor to a caramel. That's what you want to see that. At this point, we're going to add in our tomato paste. I don't always add tomato paste in a tomato sauce. In this case, because it's going in a baked pasta and I want it to really cook in that pasta, we're gonna add that thickening agent right into it. We cooked it on our stove a little bit, we caramelized it up. You always wanna cook out your tomato paste. Deglaze with a little bit of white wine at this point, and look at how it looks. Nice, and smooth. We're gonna add in our diced tomatoes. It's something when you can't get fresh, you always wanna look for that little maple leaf on the side to say it was at least made in Canada. We're going to stir our diced tomatoes into everything, get it all nice and worked in. We're going to take that back to the stove and just bring it to a simmer. Here we have our sauteed vegetables. I've taken the liberty of adding a little bit of white wine to it on the heat. I've let that reduce by about 2/3. You can see that liquid in there, just nice golden. We're going to take that and add it directly to our ricotta cheese. Get all that nice goodness out of the pan in there. Just give it a quick stir around. You can instantly see how the soft ricotta starts to break down with that hot liquid, the white wine, and the vegetables. Here are some pasta sheets that I cooked off a little bit earlier. You want to cook them and cool them. That way they're easier to work with, nice and pliable. So we just take a sheet out, lay it on our board, take a couple good scoops of our mixture, add it in, just right at the edge there. Leave enough room where you can fold the pasta over. Just going to roll it up, pull it tight, and then just roll her out to the end. We're going to add that into our baking dish. Don't worry if some of the mixture falls out. It's just going to mix the tomato sauce, and it's going to be even better for it. Here we go. We'll just roll these all up real quick and add them into our pan. Here we have our finished tomato sauce. It's nice and it's thick. Now this is where it's your choice. You can puree it nice and smooth if you want to. For our purposes today, I think we're gonna leave it nice and chunky, more rustic looking, but you are gonna wanna remove the bay leaves. There they are. Try to remember how many you put in so you remember how many to take out. We're gonna take our marinara and ladle it directly over our cannellonis in our baking dish. You wanna cover them all nice and evenly so that sauce has a chance to bake through. Almost ready, just needs one more thing. A little bit of Canadian mozzarella cheese. Here we have, nice and form. Now it's a little more difficult to cut because of the moisture content, so be very careful at this stage. Just cut chunks. We're gonna layer that over the top, just like so. Nothing like a little bit of melted cheese on a baked pasta dish. Perfect fall meal. We're just gonna return this to the oven and get some nice golden color on that cheese. It's been about 10 minutes at high heat. You can see that gorgeous color, the boiling of the sauce. And there it is. Look at that beautiful crust of cheese on there. Thank you very much for all those local ingredients, and look at that. Enjoy.